Hey everyone, welcome back to Liz Cat Reactions. So this is episode 11 of season 11 of Heartland, titled Somewhere in Between. An unexpected turn of events forces Tim to deal with his feelings for Casey. Amy works with an ownerless racehorse, and Wyatt gives Georgie a warning. So as I said in the last episode, I have a feeling that this unexpected turn of events is going to basically be him finding out that the cancer is gone. Maybe not, maybe it's something else, but this shadow is going to be gone. That's the unexpected turn of events. And it forces him to deal with his feelings for Casey because he only broke up with Casey because she said that she couldn't deal with like another cancer diagnosis basically. So it's going to force him to deal with those feelings and admit that he loves her and everything. And then it says Wyatt gives Georgie a warning. Was he the one who took the photos and then sold them? What's that warning going to be? I'm guessing it's something about Dylan. But the warning is going to be about Dylan, like maybe Dylan, has a girl in every state or something. And thinking about Wyatt and how he wanted to be with Georgie, but he had that girlfriend that he was trying to get rid of. Did Georgie overreact a little bit? Maybe. She feels like she was played, and she's right to feel that way. But I think Wyatt really does want to be with her. Now, should he have gone about it differently? Yes, he should have broken up with that girl before. But I think maybe with him, he just wasn't sure where his feelings were. So, not excusing it, but it might be a reason why he's been acting weird too. Let's get started.
Previously on Heartland.
Medallion? I think he would have kept it on. But it's nice he's carrying it with him.
Ty?
What if I lost you? I found my way home. Okay, how will you give it up? I'm gonna find my way back to you and then no matter what.
Really? You're gonna be able to do that in a couple seasons?
Don't look at mine.
Of course.
I should go.
He just handed you coffee. Finish the coffee. People never finish their food or drinks. Not just on this show, but like any show. It's kind of annoying. I can guarantee my water will be gone.
Great.
As an excuse not to go. Riding around in the countryside, sipping on flasks of brandy, that's not exactly my cup of tea.
Well, it's obviously important to her.
What am I missing here? Why aren't you busting my chops right about now? There must be a dozen jokes you could make about an old cowboy wearing leotard pants. What?
I pictured it. It's not pretty. Jack, don't miss an opportunity to be with her.
I might have the perfect horse for you.
Kick Georgie off and give it to Dylan. And Wyatt heard it. That's the warning. So now we know what the warning is. But he might be You see, here's the thing. Dylan, I don't think is going to do it. But Wyatt is going to mention it, and he's going to make it seem like Dylan, I don't know where to put this, that Dylan is going to do it. And so Georgie's going to get all bent out of shape, and Dylan's going to be like, I'm not going to do it. But you have to have the conflict, because as I've said on this show, no one communicates properly. I guess if we did, we wouldn't have a show. But, people jump to conclusions. And so Wyatt heard the conversation. Yeah. Or Georgie will mention it to Dylan, and Dylan will say, well, he might be considering it, but no decisions. But But, you know, Val isn't happy with third place, which I even said in the last episode Val wasn't going to be happy with that. But if that had been me, I would have said, hey, it could have been sixth place. At least I ribboned. Like, chill the fuck out.
Can't believe it. I'm so glad you're coming with me so we can face Dan together.
What?
Oh, yeah, he is coming, and the worst part is that he's field master.
What does that mean?
He's in charge.
Oh, Lisa.
I know, it's annoying, I'm sorry, but you know what, it's gonna be fine, and you look just spectacular. Just gonna grab a couple things, I'll be right back.
For riding into the middle of the desert to help me find Ty. You're always there when I need you.
Hmm.
I honestly don't know what I'd do without you.
Oh, wait, Jasper. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess. Yes, and her name was Mary, and she was the most beautiful princess in all the land. And she had a gift. She could talk to horses, and they listened to her. It was like magic.
Like your mom.
One day, Marion met a prince.
Lindy's not even
She
paying
thought
any
he was
attention.
Prince, but it turns out he was broken inside.
It's nice, like I said, to see the English writing again. You want my water? You know, like Tim said, it has been a long time since Amy has done that. Was it season 4, 5, 6? You know, she's been so focused on other things that it's nice to see her kind of going back to old roots and everything. And I am glad that Jack did it. I mean, I know it's outside of his comfort zone, but sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to get outside your comfort zone. And like Tim was saying, this will make Lisa happy. You know, instead of disappointing her as you always do, this will make her happy. And that's important. What's the expression? If mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. At least that's what my dad used to say. But there's some truth to it. So, you know, Jack at least is making an effort. Even if he ends up like falling flat on his face, at least he made the effort. He tried. He showed up, he got dressed, and he's being there for Lisa. And that's what's important.
There's something going on with you, I know what it is.
No.
Jasper. He's eating chocolate. No.
You eat chocolates. You eat a lot of chocolate. Come here.
Shit.
It's poison to a dog. I gotta take him to the vet.
We didn't have enough for a toxic dose. So I'm gonna wash out his stomach just to be safe, okay?
Yeah.
Wait here.
I'm glad that he cared about Jasper.
I've been training with Arrow since I came to Hudson. We have a connection. It probably sounds stupid, doesn't it?
And the perfect horse doesn't necessarily mean flame.
If Arrow is out for this season, then so am I.
I'm glad that Tim cared enough to take Jasper.
This is ridiculous.
I don't know if I agree with her calling him that. I mean, he is being a coward. He is being a coward, so she is right, but I don't know that I necessarily agree, you know. But interesting with Dylan that he says that if Arrow comes up lame, he's not gonna ride. I mean, it makes sense because, as he said, he has a connection with Arrow, and you need to have a connection with your horse. So it's nice that he thought about it, but really isn't considering it. But even if he was, the perfect horse doesn't necessarily mean flame. Georgie said Val has a lot of other horses. So there could have been another option. And if it was flame, maybe after the fall finale, then sell him. You know, they could work something out. But I'm wondering if Dylan might end up, if Arrow is lame, if they might end up buying Oliver, since Oliver's looking for a new buyer. And Val said she was going to kind of put the word out. Maybe Dylan will get Oliver. And like I said, kudos to Tim for caring about Jasper and getting him to the vet. You are a liar, Tim. Uh-oh. Come on. Find your balance. Find your balance. You think he'd wear it around his neck?
My job? Maybe because you feel that you don't deserve life. You do, Tim. It's time to let your shadows go.
He's exactly right. Let that shadow go. You'll feel free. You'll feel happy.
It's just a little bit of snow. We'll blow through.
Are you sure?
Well, I don't think it's a very delicate.
I don't need you to make it three,
Trifecta.
so I'm giving you a way out. I don't need you to take it.
But shouldn't that be her choice? You should make that choice for her.
Tim,
We're not married. We don't have any promises. No vows in sickness and in health.
But you love each other.
You need to get away from this.
Let her make that decision, Tim.
I'm not going anywhere.
Good. Yeah, see, he's saying to her, you need to get away from this. This is your out. And I'm like, let her make that decision. You should not have made that decision for her. I know you felt that you were doing it best because, as you said, if he does die, it's the trifecta. That's not his decision to make. All right? I get it. He's doing it. It's supposed to be a nice, kind thing. And I get that. And, we do that. We as humans do that with the best of intentions for people anyways, But the thing is, we don't know what's best. If someone said something to me about, oh, well, I did this to protect you, I'd say, well, shouldn't that be my decision? Again, this goes back to what I said in a previous video with Doctor Who, and when the doctor pretty much walked away from Rose because even though he loved her, he, one, wanted to keep her safe, and two, wanted her to have a life that he felt he could never give her. So he gave her a copy of himself. It's a wibbly wobbly. But he still made that decision for her. And, excuse me. And that is something that has always pissed me off. Because I'm like, dude, she loves you and she wants to be with you, all right? You should not get to make the decision of whether or not she settles down and has a family, especially with a half-human version of yourself. That should be her decision, not yours. You're a coward. And he is. He is a coward. And so it's kind of like the same with Tim here. He is a coward because he was making that decision for Casey, thinking it's in her best interest. But he's making that decision because he's a coward, because he doesn't want to face it with her.
You made such a huge effort today and to dress like that for me and come out here.
At least he did that.
Can you forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive.
Sorry.
Okay, well, what do you say we make the best of it and try something a little crazy?
Okay, what do you have in mind?
See that jump right there?
They're going to jump it.
We ain't going around it.
Really? We're so full of surprises today. All right.
Good boy, buddy.
No, that's.
Oh, good. Jasper's okay.
I'll buy a ranch anytime tomorrow.
That works.
Hey. So, okay, my very much in the past ex-girlfriend was and still is very much an ex, including begging for your forgiveness on my hands and knees. Please.
Well, you're on your knees, but you're not on your hands, so get on your hands. Is that what he means by letting go of the darkness? The darkness of what happened with him and Marion? Seems like it. So maybe he's going to be able to move on. And I'm guessing Wyatt still wants to be with Georgie. Figures, friendship. They spend some time together, then maybe something happens and he can actually date her. But Dylan is still kind of in the picture. We haven't seen Adam for a few episodes either. And I'm kind of thinking, why was Lisa so interested in Val and Dan? Was it just a business part? Are there still feelings there? Because it always seems that when someone's ex gets involved with someone else, there's like concern and feelings and stuff there. And it's like, but Lisa moved on and fell in love with Jack. So if there was any feelings there, you would think they would have gone away. Dan does that to try to get under Jack's skin. But, Jack has been good with zingers because, he'll say things like, well, I'm the one married to her now or whatever, and it's like, valid point. So next episode, it says, Tim faces up to his biggest regret. So we're going to have an anniversary of Marion's passing, which does make sense with it being season 11. And it's actually kind of nice that they're bringing that back because as we know from the very first episode, that's when Marion died. So, the 10th anniversary, there's going to be not necessarily a celebration, but there's going to be something about it. And just to think that she's been gone 10 years. And, Ty and Amy's daughter, I'm kind of surprised they named her Lindy and not Marion. But maybe they figure if they have another daughter, they'll name her Marion. Maybe if... You never know, maybe Amy and Lou made a pact and Lou said that she would take the name Marion if she has another daughter. And so they went with Lindy. I don't know. But it's nice that there's another Lindy. The original Lindy would have liked that. Thank you for joining me for episode 11. I hope you enjoyed it as I did. Hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And I hope you all have a great day and a great week. And I will see you for episode 12. Bye.